welcome, gearheads, to another Lugnutz.
Recorded on the 13th of November, 2022. On the Honda Accord. Old BMW. They're going to skip. They're not skipping Lugnutz. They're just skipping.
They always watch Lugnutz.
Oh, sure. Buick raises. And hey, they were some neat headlights, aren't they? How were they in the winter? Still neat? We'll see.
Play on my channel. Drive on Lugnutz.
Right on over here to facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast, where you're going to find all of our polished content coming to you right in front of your mobular or tablet phone thingy majigger.
Or whatever you're on.
Yeah. Like whatevering on.
According to this first story. Get it? According?
Ha. Accord.
This is the 2023 Honda Accord. They got a first look over here. This is the 11th gen.
How do you like that front end? I actually don't mind it. It's almost like
hold that thought.
Autobot.
The I think the entry level is like 26 something for the Accord.
Oh wow, that's really affordable.
So for the LX and the EX trims, get a 1.5 liter turbocharged inline four, a refined engine that's attached to a CVT.
Oh, hang on, I got a button for that. Goddamn bullshit. No. And then CVT.
So I kind of scoured the article for mention of a different transmission for the other
hamster wheel.
No, for like the Sport, the EL, the EXL, the Sport L, which is different somehow, and there's also a premium one as well. They get the all-new hybrid powertrain with 204 horsepower and 247 torques.
Hybrid powertrain. So you can't. I would imagine
they can't possibly, right? They couldn't.
You couldn't possibly do CVT with the hybrid transmission. Yet. Please
say no.
Please, God, say no. Oh my God.
Comment below.
It might be the title of the podcast, just so we make it not true.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not how it works.
No.
Autobog. I like this quote. And simulated gear shifts that dramatically improve drivability relative to its predecessor, Toyota, with its droning hybrid sound.
I don't know, man.
I don't think you're simulating the gear shifts. I think it just sounds like it's supposed to.
Because they have...
It's kind of the way it reads to me.
Here's my idea. We have really good speaker technology. I would much rather, instead of that sound of that transmission, this is how I would accept a CVT. If you had a little kid going... and have that as your sound going through the system, I would accept that over a regular CVT transmission sound.
There are good things about this. They improve the rigidity and stiffness. It's an engaging driving experience.
Honda's always known for a good big rear back seat giggity.
7-inch touchscreen, or they'll roll out the big 12.3-inch for the upper models. The Touring Edition will get the Bose Centerpoint sound system.
All right.
It's not a bad-looking car. It's a Honda.
It looks an awful lot like a TL. Or a TLX, rather. You know what I mean? It looks like just like a TLX.
Which is amazing, because that's what it's going to be.
With this, they just kind of ripped off what they did with the Integra front end, and they just kind of plastered that on what they want the next TLX to be.
That's fine. Let's see what the other Japanese.
Oh, I mean, look at that interior. I'm
It's
fine
not
with
a bad
that.
Interior. It's
I'm
nice.
fine with that.
It's a nice interior. Honda has nice interiors.
Just like the RDX and all them, they have this nice little pop-up screen.
There's
Your
nothing
center
bizarre.
controllers. It just looks like a Honda that's going into
Occasionally
the
they do
future.
something
nice
bizarre.
little web
That's
design
nice.
there. I guess that's all your vents.
I don't know.
That's cool. That's a nice little. Oh yeah, because you got a little controller there. That's an intricate design.
Probably not the whole thing. But
Oh, right there. Yeah, right in the center front.
let's see what the other Japanese are doing with Toyota. This is it. This is the headlight. They're giving us a preview before the LA show, the 5th generation Prius. This is a headlight that's meant to look like the one that is on the Crown, but reborn.
Now this looks like almost like it's gonna be like a rapper's mixtape like cover. Like it doesn't really like. This is what you're touting, like a little LED light.
There's more below. Also written here, up there, is hybrid reborn. How are you gonna? How is that gonna happen? But there's a silhouette here. Here's the silhouette.
Yeah.
So it looks. I don't know.
I mean,
It's a curvy line. What do you want me to say about a curvy? It looks great. Toyota looks good.
I think they could have made it a little bit more curvy.
The lights will be different. I guess they'll be nice. That's what the current Prius looks like. It'll
Now
look like
look,
that.
You look at
except,
this, and then you look at the curvy line. It looks like they're making the same goddamn thing.
No, go down a little. No, they're curving it out a bit.
Oh,
it's
they're
more
popping,
curvy.
They're popping
See,
the back right here.
It's more curvy. That one is more teardrop.
Okay, because
Yeah.
that one's more
It's a
heavy
flatter
here
shape.
and here.
So
And
this one, I think this was going to be a better looking Prius.
You know what? You know what? This basic little subtle. I mean, I know we're picking hairs here, but it kind of reminds me of the subtle lines of like the Mach E Mustang, the electric, John.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't get more subtle than one line.
No, it doesn't.
This next story is
November
not,
16th, 2022.
yes. This next story is not so subtle. BMW. What are you doing to us? Well, this is what they're doing to us. BMW is going to skip the U.S. for good reasons. We'll get to that at the end.
Oh,
These are the same people that are trying the subscription model for heated seats.
yeah.
They said
they can
were-
skip the U.S.
Yeah, they said you can't break them the very next week. We figured them out. It's the best German accent I can do. I'm sorry.
Probably.
BMW is going to introduce a direct sales model for multiple global markets starting as soon as 2024 with the Mini. They plan to go to 2026 on BMW, and Rolls-Royce will also be doing that as well. They're going to start with the Mini right here if they're allowed.
If they're allowed.
Like Tesla and Rivan. It's a direct order sort of thing.
Hopefully they take it a
and
little bit
they-
more serious than they did their actual petroleum engine, because their actual engine had one of the worst oil consumption standard rates ever. It was like a quart and a half for
I don't-
every 1,000 miles.
I don't like how the dial is right here. It's a driving experience for all of us. No, it's not. I'm driving, and you're sitting there and shutting the hell up.
And here's the
what's
thing:
happening.
even if you never have anybody by yourself, like in the car, but yourself
don't-
in the car, like why does it need to be there?
Yeah,
I'm
why-
looking this way. I don't need to look that
Why-
way.
yeah, all the way over here to. I don't like it.
It's just
Well-
a stupid design. It's enclosed.
It's
You're
how
an
they
idiot.
the British originally made it.
That's where you
They're
went
respecting the original design.
wrong. Yeah. Well.
BMW Finance, remember? They own.
Oh,
Mini,
right. BMW.
They say we want to give the customer the opportunity to order directly from us. Now, thinking about it, it's not the worst idea when you think of markups.
Well, that's
How much they mark up stuff can be
It's-
found. Every now and then I do put it in. I don't put it every week.
it's the way of the industry now because of how you have to get a car. A lot of people that I know, they have actually just gone and right to the manufacturer where they wouldn't have before and ordered their car and waited to get it.
I'll tell you why there's a problem. Do you know the Dealers Association?
I've heard of them.
They have a problem with this.
No way!
Here in the land of the free, in the home of the say whatever the hell we want, they have legal issues, and the Dealers Association doesn't like it. So for now, it's just Europe.
So those
talk.
Automotive corporate
We're
lobbyists
gonna just exercise some free speech here, and they're gonna legal it up. Or whatever they do.
Yeah. Automotive corporate lobbyists doing their best.
Yeah. Glad it's not me.
That's your job.
Yeah, let's move on to what the finer things might look like. The finer things. Over on Buick, this is what Buick's doing for the Century. Let's look at those photos. Buick Century in China, ultra luxury minivan in China. This is apparently a thing. They like the ultra luxury, and minivans are a thing. So Mercedes has one. Several other people have one. This is 4 to 6 seats, Napa leather, 18-way adjustable seats.
Wow, that's actually not
5 independent heating zones, massage functions, heated footrests, 366 LED lights, 162 flashing lights, headliner meant to resemble the night sky with a shooting stars and a 32-inch entertainment screen.
Like 5 podcasts ago. I asked for that. That's so crazy. Oh, China. I love you.
There's more. And if you go further, there's a 32-inch entertainment screen that raises and lowers at the touch of a button, 21 speakers, 13-liter fridge, a scent diffuser, and,
Oh, there's the screen. That's so
They know how to do it.
Look at that. That's awesome. And a nice headrest, man. Look at that. You got stable support there.
I think it looks fantastic, and you're going to love the 2-liter inline 4 paired to a 9-speed automatic.
Gammy has a nice seat. The kid all set, ready to go. That looks
airline type seating.
Luxurious.
What it looks like to me.
I mean, I know it's advertising, but good Lord, that looks fantastically comfortable.
2-liter inline 4 paired to a 9-speed automatic transmission with a 48-volt hybrid system. That's the 32-inch screen that raises and lowers at the touch of a button.
Wow. That is awesome. Good for you, China.
You know what? If this Uber Black shows up, total win.
Oh yeah. That's what you do with it. Oh man, you'll make the monies. You'll make all the monies.
For 4 to 6, I think it said. I said.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of people.
Wow. And 5-zone. I was like, how are you going to have that much 5-zone? Like, no, man. With this thing, it is completely plausible. Especially when you look at like right here, like 5-zone, that whole back zone right here, you can have your own temperature, and then the driver's like, no, I like it hot.
Well, one ring they might not want to put this through is this next story. This is the lap on the Nürburgring. Mercedes-Benz AMG 1 did the Nürburgring as shown here in 6 minutes, 35 seconds.
Wow.
The 1.6-liter V6 hybrid riding on a set of Michelin Pilot Sport Cup R2s. Faster than a Porsche 918 Spyder, faster than a Porsche 911 GT2 RS. We have a new king.
It's nice, man.
The Nürburgring. We're not going to get through the whole thing.
No, but it is not. It's a nice lap. I mean, it's nice. Anytime you see any kind of lap on the Nürburgring, the Nürburgring is a very nice, intricate.
We all know what happens to cars when they get to the Nürburgring. They all get a lot bumpier.
It definitely tests you.
Speaking of bumpier, Renault. Do you know the French physicist and mathematician André Mathieu Ampère?
Not personally.
Well, Renault does.
Oh,
and they created a standalone company for electric vehicles and software called Ampere.
okay.
after him. That's what they've done. All about French mathematics, I guess.
When I die, don't do that.
Make a separate company for electric vehicles and software just under your name.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Because you were a French mathematician and a psychic. What did
In
I
another
say?
life, yeah, but no, don't
Physicist?
do that. Yeah, don't
Physicist,
do that.
not a. He was a physicist, not a psychic.
Oh, I was a psychic in a past life, so that doesn't apply.
Does the next story apply? Rivan.
Yeah.
Remember them? Well, they put on the front of their man SUVs these weird lights here. They were concave, and they were like really edgy, right? But it turns out that when you drive them, they collect snow. Go on up above, and we can see what that looks like. They seem to ice over, and there's a bigger problem. They're LEDs.
Oh, so they're expensive.
LEDs don't get hot. So the light, the ice never goes away.
It's just there.
And not only that, they collect snow because there's this concave shape, so it forms in there, and you got a nice thick.
It's just made for it. Yeah.
People can't see at night in their Rivan.
Well,
in the
just
snow.
say, really?
It's a real clever light, but
I'm so surprised. I wouldn't
drive it.
I would never see this coming.
Yeah.
Never see this coming.
LED lights consume 75% less electricity than regular halogen bulbs. But with the regular halogen bulb, you'll be able to see eventually.
Well, yeah. I mean, because, heat and all that.
Yeah. So I have a bit of an
Overrated
icing issue. When they're not talking about their share price, I love highlighting a new company. Well, new. Sort of. Yeah.
Just fix your lights.
I don't know how they, Volvo at one point had that. We can go down. They have that photo. The windshield wipers on the lights.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember in the 90s,
that was a big thing in the 90s, yeah. The Mercedes, Volvo, a bunch of them had those.
They had those.
They had those weird kind of wiper lights because that mattered. And then that's a little rubber strip you have to replace. But no, I mean, even just look, LEDs are expensive, and if you don't have it, if you don't have the extreme temperatures on that LED, I would imagine it would last longer. So
probably
maybe opting in for the LED headlight warmers may be a thing.
Yeah, that I don't know if they make them, but if they do, that's a great idea.
Or just keep a pot of water on and just ready to boil. Boom. Get into your car, undo your headlights.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't pour boiling water on it. That can't be good.
That'll be fine. Or
No,
it won't.
It won't. It won't be fine. You know what would be fine? Stopping over to our
Facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast.
That's us.
It's where you're going to find everything Luggy and Nutty, as well as all the articles that this man shares all throughout the week, which some of them don't make it in.
Really? They don't.
Yeah.
Just a little
Automotive nuggets for your
few
automotive,
interesting stories I find here and there.
little automotive lug nuts for you to consume.
Sure.
Giggity. But it doesn't matter if you drive an Opel or a Chevy, because nothing rolls without lug nuts. We'll see you next week, gang. Drive on!
Honda has unveiled their first electric scooter in Europe, the EM1. Dodge insists we will make muscle cars out of electric. Good to know. Good to know.
A lot of torque, so yeah.
And if you're a veteran, Jeep is saluting you on Veterans Day with $1,000 cash back. Or they did. Because by the time this comes out, it's edited.
Yeah. But you got that.
But hey, we tried.
Everything revolves around the trying or revolving around the lug nuts, because we'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on!
Drive on Lugnutz.
It's fine. Everything's fine here. How are you?
Well, they can comment below and tell us how they are, as well as hitting that subscribe button right there. Right above my head is going to be every single Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers video, but the very best one for you. And right above Big Brother's head, well, that's going to be every single Lugnutz podcast and playlist, don't you know? And, of course, our podcast does not end until we hear our main man, Connor, say,
Drive on Lugnutz.
we'll see you next week, gang. Bye-bye.
Drive on Lugnutz.